Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. Well, I do what I do for you. This could be a little problem today, but I'm going to do what I do. I've been asked again. I'm taking requests, and I appreciate it because they give me something to do for you. This is a good one. This is going to be talking about Black education system, our story. Heads up, okay? And I'm gonna do what I do for you. Right, is the 25 rules to live by, storytelling, story with a message is story for life. I got a good message for you today. It's all about life. Ours. Let's go. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's keep it going. It's about to get gooder. Right thinking, mission, and that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten. I'm gonna do that. Inspire. Trying to do that. Educate, definitely going to do that. And motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, aka know thyself. Excuse me, spiritual level of enlightenment. Stop right there. Next level, right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. Sorry about that. That's my mission, and I'm on it every day. I need you to do your job and tune in, get the lessons, and put them to use. All right, let's go. That's what I'm giving them for, so you can use them. I do what I do for you. The question is know thyself. If you know you got the answer to this question. If not, you need to get working on you. Tune in a little more, and I'll help you with that. All right, let's go. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard that. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, it's simple. You teach them. That's what I do. I do. For you, stay tuned. You know I got you. A person who knows not and believes that they know, dangers. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right? They could know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about going to a Black education system. Yeah, Black education system. Just make what we teach our children Black. Everything Black. Simple as that. And my teacher told me, your oppressor and your God should not be the same God because it's obviously y'all ain't worshiping and sharing the same views. So you can't share the same God. Now let's get this lesson started. Try to give you some viewpoints on this. I got a few of them today. I'm trying to get out. Hopefully that makes sense to you and you understand it. Let's start with, why do we continue to let our Black children learn his story when we have our own that we just refuse to implement for us? We Not everybody come from Africa, but we know that the man originally started in Africa. So we're Africans by descent, by default, whatever. Grandfather, but whatever. Let's deal with that. Black people, Black continent, Black history is our history. But he teach his story. Why? He consider us 3/5 of a human. Remember that? That's what he think of us. So don't get caught up in, well, he teach, no. Yes, I teach Black spiritual truths, which is our history, ancient Egyptian concepts. We had no other people back then but Black people. We didn't have a competitive person of another race to compete with, so it was all just us. We have from the beginning to the end a great, rich history about how civilization started, creation story, and everything in between, way before they even got involved with us. I ain't got time to tell that story, but yeah, we educated them and they came back and took us over. That's another lesson. If you tune in, you know that story too. But I got that one too. And pretty everybody who got what I got the same thing. We know all the same stuff. We are the starters of civilization. You would think we would know what we're doing. Why? Because we're the originators of it. So you would take what you learned from us, water it down, tamper it, do what you want to do, and give it back to us. And we went for that for a while because we didn't know no better. Now we know better. This is the age of Aquarius. We got information. You can no longer hide in the mysterious Pisces where everything was mysterious. No more mysteries. Everything about to become transparent in plain sight. So that means all your lies that you told in the dark is about to be brought to light. That's the concept. And this is why the churches are going, meow. Another lesson. Let's talk about this one. I know his story. Why? That's the story he told us. He didn't teach us our story. I didn't learn our story until I went to the northeast corner where the Masons told me nothing there but the darkness. But I went there in search of truth and I found light and truth, and I haven't left that corner since. I'm talking from that corner right now. Black education curriculum is needed for our next generation to change things for us as a people. If not, we're going to get the same old, same old. If we taught Egyptian yoga mystery system, because they didn't know what we were doing, to our young start in nursery school, all black fairy tale, all black stories, all black mythological, we would be a better people. Why? Because we know better. In order to do better, you got to know better. And if we instituted that with our young, they would know better, and obviously they would do better. That's what I can preach up here now, bleeding my heart out. We learn. Listen, we learned the Greek and the Roman Catholic history. Why? That's what we got. The Bible, Roman Catholic, everything, Latin, Greek. They don't tell you nothing about Egypt. Why? All the history that we get, the education we getting from the Greeks, Roman Catholic, ain't nothing but watered down black knowledge. Please understand that. And if you prefer that knowledge, knock yourself out. If it works for you, go for it. But the truth is what it is. The Jews, watch this. This is a ritual. This is a ritual. And we don't know nothing about this. The Jews get what they call a bar mitzvah. At 13, between 13 and 15 years old, they get a bar mitzvah. But that is what? They come into manhood with knowledge of their self, with their history of their people. All Jews know the Jews' history for a reason. If we had kept that, but the slavery took it away from us, kept that mentality where we knew who we was, we wouldn't be in the position we're in now, but it's okay. But we can change that if we start to learn and teach our next generation who they are from the beginning, not let them find out like I did, later on in life, who we are. Now I'm on a crusade and the mission to enlighten my people because this is what we need. We'll get back to the lesson. Sorry about that. And they get up by mitzvah for studying, and they speak and they talk about their history in another language, Latin. That means they're exercising their mind to learn, to comprehend, and fill their mind with some other than a bunch of nonsense. I'm just saying, watch this. And what happens when they get that money, they got little understanding, so they're not gonna run and act a fool because they got a few dollars in their pocket. We, on the other hand, sorry to say this, we think going to prison, okay, doing time is our manhood. It proves that we are men. Why? Because we are ignorant to what we need to know about our higher self and our true self. We hide behind a whole bunch of nonsense. Drug dealing, number running, pimping. This is stuff that we had to do to survive. And yeah, but we don't have to do that no more. Some of us feel different. But what I'm saying to you is with knowledge, we can prosper, we can better ourselves. But if we keep doing the stuff that we know is wrong and saying, well, that's all we got. When I sold drugs, that was a choice. Okay, understand that. So when you are educated, when you get knowledge and understand yourself, certain things won't be on the agenda. I'm just saying. So understand that we had two different cultures that go in two different ways. They're prospering and we're not. And they took what we should have done. United, got the knowledge. But lack of knowledge will destroy my people. How much more destroyed we going to get before we realize that? Get back to the lesson. Sorry about that. Let me get back. Yes, watch that. Yeah, I'm pro-black. That don't make me racist or prejudiced towards others. No, I'm black. I'm looking out for black people. I'm not racist. I just look out for my people, black people, like every other racist people do for their people. A Chinese man ain't racist because he look out for Chinese people, all right? Is he? Come on, man. Don't get caught up in that stereotype nonsense. No, I'm not going back to Africa. That back to Africa movement ain't happened. But I done been to Africa. What? In my mind, conceptually, why? I took all the knowledge and education that I got from Africa. So yeah, I went there and got what I needed out of there. Knowledge and understanding to do what I do here. Physically, ain't stepped a foot on Africa. So know anything about that. But it's all up here. It's all mental. And those who went to Africa brought the information back that I could study from them and trust in them, what they giving me. That's why I studied from the guy I studied from, my man. So you had to find somebody, an authentic teacher, and you roll with him. I've been with this guy for 15 years. I'm doing what I'm doing now because of him. So yeah, moving on. I can educate my people, okay, with what? Right here. I ain't got to go to, no, we ain't going to Africa. I can take you there mentally. We can astral project and go there and go to all that. But no, physically, we're going to be right here. But we're going to mentally change our approach and what we do. That's right thinking philosophy. Now, if we as a people did like the Jews, who the original thieves of our birthright, which is what? Unite and educate your people about themselves. All the Jews' holidays are wars that they went through, things that they challenged and achieved as a people. So they don't have no just, well, we're going to give them a holiday, Black History Month, Martin Luther King, a bunch of nonsense. No, they do Yom Kippur. They do stuff that represents them as a people. We have no traditional to fall back on. We got nothing but a bunch of nonsense and superstition that we got from him. And when we bring it to us as a people, oh, here comes that Egyptian stuff. Let's go back to the Egyptian stuff, not Africa. Now, if we as a people came together, this world would change for the better. But predicament that we in, the guy who put us in there, that's the least of his worries. But it scares the hell out of him to think that that could possibly happen. I say we start becoming conscious and scare the hell out of him. If it don't do it, at least we can give him a concept of scare the hell out of him that it may possibility could happen. Here we know the niggas ain't gonna get no smarter. They ain't gonna do nothing different. That's his concept of us. We 3/5 of a human being to them. Don't ever forget that. Where we at? I don't forgot my place. Okay, I want us. Okay, yeah, right here. I want us black people to know black history. That's our story. Why we keep hearing? I don't care two craps about this story. The story of Asar, here we go, Aset and Haru is our real facts of life story. Trust me, you learned that, you mastered the concept of the original Trinity, you master yourself. That's my point. I'm taking that to class this week to put that in effect for my lesson given in my class. Why? Because it's a quick breakdown, easy to get you where I'm trying to get you. This level was work fine. I got you. So moving on. Here we go. If we gave spiritual truth to what? Our young, starting at what? Nursery, school, education. Hit them to Maya, put them in a black perspective of mind. We get them a commission state of mind, breakdown and understanding about themselves. Now we got a bunch of unlimited generation come into effect, and they're going to change things. Trust me. If our young people learn about opening their third eye, ooh, buddy, we will have a generation of what? Enlightened beings. That sounds good to me because we ain't got none of that right now. So anything that's gonna beat what we got, we need to try something else because what we've been doing ain't working, obviously. Moving on. I'm gonna change my class curriculum. Why? Because of that. Because the foundation needs to be learned and understood, become spiritual enlightened. It ain't that hard. It ain't brain surgery. So I'm trying to break it down real simple as I can get it, bare bones, and then you can build up from there. That's my concept. I'm gonna work that. So next one is I mastered myself. How? By mastering the siren story of life and becoming Haru and conquering my ego. Half of us don't even know we got an ego. So how do they know about themselves? They don't. That's what being ignorant means. You just don't know. No, not stupid. Nah, just ignorant means you don't know something. That's why I enlighten you. That's the whole point of me doing my job, my mission. Last one. I'm breaking down. Let me get out of here. Right thinking philosophy is black education for our next generation. I teach our ancient Egyptian yoga mystery system concept, aka Maya Shita semi Tawi, whatever you want to call it. But that's what I teach. And that's really black history because why? Everything in there is black. And I ain't got to say black history. That's just our history. I ain't got to say black. If you got black and white, yeah, you got to say, well, it's black history or white history. No, his history is just history. You ain't got to say white. Why? Because he's the one in control. So it's his history. We got to say black because we get a chance to exercise our history. Frustrates me. I'm pro-black. Mm-hmm. Don't get it twisted. But that'll make me militant. All that. No, I ain't got nothing. But if it's going down, I'm listening to what side I'm on. If it's black against white, trust me, white ain't standing a chance. When I play sports, I would know you on the streets. We can be cool in the game. You put that uniform on, you're the enemy, and I'm gonna rip you a new one every chance I get. And when it's all said and done, it ain't personal. So understand that. So if we in competition or confrontation, it don't make a difference. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to you. Defend yourself, so I can tell you. Now, I would do that. If our young children was taught to be Haru, which I pushing this Jesus guy, and it's the same thing, just a different concept, and we can teach them how to become Haru. And early age, they would get enlightened and be better people for it. Instead of searching for truth like I did 30 years of trying to find out who and what I am, all that nonsense, we can give it to them because we have it. All we got to do is give it to them. They're going to find out. If they're in search of it, they'll come find it anyway for themselves. The goal of right thinking philosophy is to what? Enlighten all my right thinkers, mainly the young. Why? Because that's what it's geared for, to know themselves and what? Live righteous. That means just doing the right thing for the right reason. You do the right thing, you benefit. That's good. That should be a good enough reason. Yes, I'm with James Brown. Okay, not my man in passing, but the real James Brown. When he says, "Say it loud." I'm black. I'm adding to mine. I'm enlightened and I'm proud. That's how we want our young people to be, feel, and think. That's why I do right thinking for young people. I'm coming, young people. I'm gonna give it to you. Oh, get ready. All right. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I got to go. I'm out.